Now, velocity of the electron in the nth orbit. Bohr's के बारे में बात कर रहा है. He is calculating by using the two equations use करके. We are doing all the radius, velocity, energy also. Okay, and velocity of the nth electron. So we know that mvr is equal to nh by 2 pi. Is the formula mvr equal to nh by 2 pi. And from this r value substitute करो. So substitute r value, बड़ा formula, and find the velocity. R value substitute करो and find the velocity. MVR equal to nh by 2 pi. R can give me pi f dv. Nh by 2 pi. Now calculate B.
Z square by NH epsilon naught.
2nh है ना? So
Yeah, 2n.
is equal to Z E square by 2nh epsilon naught. Right? In this way, what are the things you know? Values. E value you know, epsilon value you know, H value you know, N value you know, 2 value you know, N value at good, right? So therefore, if you simplify further, you'll get as 2.18 into 10 power of 6 into Z by N meters per second. This is a formula to remember. Velocity is 2.18 into 10 power of 6. How can we remember this one? Because electron generally moves with near to the light speed. देखो 10 power of 6 में रहेगा. That is 10 power 8, right? 10 power of 6. So 2.18 in 10 power of 6 meters Z by N is a velocity. Okay. So now radius you know, velocity you know, and you know first excited state, second excited state means first excited state means N is how much?
Ground.
First excited means N equal to.
Okay.
Second excited state means N value is 3. Third excited state means N is 4. Okay. Ground state is N equal to 1. Ground state 1. Excited means उसका छोड़ के next number बोलना है. Okay. And Z is atomic number. पर helium का atomic number is how much? Helium का. And this का lithium का 3. ऐसा रहेगा, right? So this is the formula to use 2.18 into 10 power of 6 Z by N. He is asking find the ratio of velocity of electron in the second excited state. Velocity I want in second excited state of Li plus plus by velocity of the, this is for Li, this is the first excited state of H. Is
2.
So velocity of second excited state means N value is 3, right? And here N value is, we calculate 2.18 into 10 power of 6 into Z by N. Z of lithium is 3 by N is 3. करो कितना है? 2.18 into 10 power of 6 into Z by N, right? So here Z is 3 atomic number and N is also 3. So 3 by 3 is 1 by here 2.18 into 10 power of 6 into Z for hydrogen atom is how much? Atomic number is 1 and N is 2. So it's 1 by 2. So cancel. ये 1 है, ये उधर ऊपर गया था 2 है. So you can find velocity of the electron in any orbit. This is the velocity of the nth shell orbit का formula है. 2.18 into Z by N is the formula. I can find the second shell, third shell, fourth shell. Electrons are revolving along the perfect circular orbits में घूमेगा. Bohr ने बोला. Okay. Now energy of the electron in nth orbit. Energy में कौन सा energy है? We're talking about kinetic energy, we're talking about potential energy, and then total energy. Okay. Now calculate kinetic energy. Kinetic energy of the electron कितना होगा? Half mv square. And v का बड़ा फॉर्मूला half m z e square by 2 है z e by 2h that is square 2h epsilon naught n whole square at half mv square. Now if you calculate कितना होगा? Half m z square e power 4 by here 2 square is 4 into 2 is 8. Can I write 8 h square epsilon naught square n square. तो क्या है आंसर? काइनेटिक एनर्जी कितना है? m z square e power 4 by 8 h square epsilon square n square. This is the kinetic energy, but no need of adding the formula. Okay. Now we'll calculate the potential energy. You know potential energy between two charges. Statistics, electrostatics में याद है? Q1, Q2 separated by distance r. Potential energy कितना? K Q1
Q2 by R.
R is the formula, right? Potential energy calculate करो. Potential energy second one. Potential energy is K Q1 Q2 by R. Okay. And the charge, you know, right? इसमें the nucleus and electron is revolving around the nucleus, right? This is ZE and this is E and negative charge, you know, because it is a scalar quantity put with charge. So कितना होगा? U is equal to K is 1 by 4 pi epsilon. Q1 is minus C and Q2 is ZE by R. Distance between the two is radius, right? And radius formula you have to substitute. Radius formula कितना होगा? N square h square epsilon by pi m z square. Okay. So ऊपर गया तो सॉल्व किया तो क्या होगा? If you substitute, you get as minus m z square e power 4 by 4 n square h square epsilon square. So मैं क्या करूँगा? इधर ये दोनों if you see numerator तो same है, denominator 8 आ रहा ना? To make denominator 8, I am multiplying divided by 2. Then total energy calculate करना easy हो जाएगा. So minus 2m z square e power 4 by 8 n square h square epsilon square. So this is a potential energy, but it's not by heart this formula. क्यों सर? Total energy का formula will be add. And shell का energy मालूम है? First shell का energy कितना है? How many electron volts? First shell का total minus 13.6 electron volts. Second one minus
3.6.
3.4 electron volts. So next
One
minus 1.51 electron volts. Next minus 0.85 electron volts. Also 0.85 electron volts. Okay. So this is a potential energy code. Okay. Yes. Now total energy calculate total energy. Total energy is nothing but kinetic energy plus potential energy. So if you add these two, denominator the same है. Just add किया तो क्या होगा? Minus में आएगा ना? So minus m z square e power 4 by 8 h square epsilon square n square. This is total energy. Now what are the values you know electron के बारे में? आपको tell me. M मालूम है, H मालूम है, epsilon मालूम है, 8 मालूम है, E मालूम है. सब कुछ सब्स्टिट्यूट करने से टोटल एनर्जी आएगा देखो minus 13.6 into z square by n square. And you'll get in electron volts. Very important. This formula is required. Total energy required. Minus 13.6 into z square by n square. Answer will be in electron volts. Okay. Now here, if you understand that, if you see here, total energy and kinetic energy क्या relation? Total energy and kinetic energy क्या relation? You will see here only minus theta है ना, and potential energy and इसका क्या relation है before multiplying, इन दोनों को क्या relation करें, this and this, बॉटम में 8h² ये भी सेम है, ऊपर में 2 है, that's it. मतलब आपको I can write like this, total energy is equal to U by 2. देखो if you divide by 2, 2 to get cancel, total energy आ जाएगा, right? Is equal to minus kinetic energy. ये numerical खत्म हो जाएगा. You can calculate anything. If they tend to find the kinetic energy, what you'll do? You'll try to find total energy. एक ही formula सीखा है, and put minus, you'll get kinetic energy. If they tend to calculate potential energy, calculate total energy, just multiply 2, you'll get potential energy. Okay? And you know, total energy is always negative. What is the meaning of this one? Is total energy of the electron is negative, means that it is bounded energy. So the electron will not jump outside the nucleus. It will revolve around the orbit only. Okay. So formula आ गया total energy का minus 13.6 into Z square by N square energy in electrons. Okay. For hydrogen calculate. Suppose for hydrogen atom. Atomic number is how much? Is equal to 1. Ground state calculate. Ground state. N equal to 1. Total energy character. Total energy of 1. Use this formula minus 13.6 into Z square by N square. And then answer. And similarly calculate first excited step. First excited means N is 2. Similarly second excited step. N is 3. And third excited step. N is 4. So Z is 1, N is the ground state. Right? First one. कितना? What is minus 13.6 electron volts? Here, how much you got?
Minus 3.4.
3.4 electron volts. ये देखा किधर? Total energy is.
The energy levels.
And this is all energy we learned first time. Total energy is minus 0.85 electron volts. This is energy we get. So बोर ने क्या बोला एग्जैक्टली रेडियस भी फाइंड किया, वेलोसिटी भी फाइंड किया, टोटल एनर्जी आल्सो कैलकुलेट, काइनेटिक एनर्जी कैलकुलेट, पोटेंशियल एनर्जी कैलकुलेट, एवरीथिंग ही कैलकुलेट एटम का सराउंडिंग में. ओके चलो नाउ इसका देखो एनर्जी का देखो minus 13.6 इलेक्ट्रॉन वोल्ट्स के पास डायरेक्टली minus 3.4 ओनली. सो दैट मींस बीच में गैप इज देयर, दीस एनर्जी लेवल्स आर नॉट देयर बिकॉज़ दैट्स व्हाई बोर ने क्या बोला ओनली स्पेसिफिक ऑर्बिट्स में घूमेगा उतना उसका उतना एनर्जी होगा. उसके बाद अगेन डायरेक्टली सेकंड स्टेट में फर्स्ट एक्सिलरी स्टेट में minus 3.4 इलेक्ट्रॉन रहेगा, बीच में पूरा नहीं रहेगा, minus 12.5 13.5 नहीं रहेगा, वो डायरेक्टली जंप टू दिस वन एंड गैप इज डिक्रीजिंग और इंक्रीजिंग. देखो इधर से इधर तक गैप, इधर से इधर तक गैप, इधर से इधर तक गैप इज गेटिंग इंक्रीज और डिक्रीज, इट इज डिक्रीज, राइट? थोड़ा डिक्रीज हो रहा है ना. सो इफ आई ड्रॉ द एनर्जी लेवल डायग्राम, दिस डायग्राम देखो एनर्जी टोटल एनर्जी लेवल एंड वर्सेस एन. ग्राउंड स्टेट में minus 13.6 आएगा, n equal 2 में minus 3.4 आएगा, बीच में नहीं रहेगा एनर्जी नहीं उसके बाद इलेक्ट्रॉन के पास. बाद में गैप थोड़ा कम होता जाएगा एंड फाइनली इफ यू गो वेरी फार यू नो अनबॉन्डेड रहेगा पूरा, मतलब रेडी टू जंप. ओके सो दिस एनर्जी लेवल इज 0. Finished? तो टोटल एनर्जी का रहेगा नेक्स्ट तुलना करो. Find the kinetic energy of electron in the first excited state of Li plus plus, मतलब Li2 plus. I want kinetic energy. Kinetic energy का फॉर्मूला नहीं मालूम. Find the total energy and put minus. You get
30.6.
yes, certain one fits outside. Total energy is minus 13.6 into Z square by N square. Z is atomic number is 3. N is first excited state is 2. तो सब्स्टिट्यूट करने से आपको minus 30.6 आएगा. Total energy is always equal to minus of kinetic energy. So क्या होगा? Plus 30.6 आएगा. Okay. So he has given potential energy versus r distance वगैरह दिया. He is telling that a radius is proportional to possible orbitals and energy levels vary with quantum numbers. n के साथ क्या relation है? The options: radius of n shell is proportional to 1 by n square and En is proportional to 1 by n square. Total energy, or radius is proportional to n square and energy is proportional to 1 by n. Right. इस लिंक क्वांटम नंबर के साथ क्या रिलेशन रेडियस? As the shell number increases, the radius will increase. तो डायरेक्ट रिलेशन रहेगा ना. हम क्या है? रेडियस ऑफ एन शेल का फॉर्मूला इज व्हाट? 0. अरे
5 to 9 into n square by z.
So n square proportional to and total energy का फॉर्मूला minus 13.6 into z square by n square. Inverse relation. ये potential depends on the distance. ये देख का टेंशन है ना का. ये नहीं सोचना है. Okay. Now. ये भी ये नहीं सोचना है. Answer the options of the second. आयनेशन एनर्जी मालूम है ना? एनर्जी रिक्वायर्ड टू रिमूव इलेक्ट्रॉन. मतलब अगर -3 इलेक्ट्रॉन वोल्ट आए तो +3 इलेक्ट्रॉन वोल्ट डालना पड़ेगा. आयनेशन ऑपोजिट सिग्नल.
13.6.
देखिए चलो चलो पेन लगा रहा वहां से बोल रहा है. हाँ बोलो.
So same 13.6.
क्यों?
Because n is equals to 2, z is also equals to 2. So the rest cancel.
Yes,
If it is square.
good. Okay, now we are learning third postulates of the Bohr's model. Bohr's model में first postulate क्या है? Revolve around the orbits k element बोल के बोला. Second में he defined for a angular momentum. जैसे nh by 2 pi बोल के angular momentum लगाया. उसी equation के साथ only we derived all radius, velocity, everything. The third postulate क्या हुआ? Electron while orbiting from lower energy level to in a lower energy level may absorb a specific photon and jumps to a higher energy level. The energy such a photon is equal to energy difference of the two orbits. So इसका meaning क्या है? देखो first. So electron ये फर्स्ट शेल है, सेकंड शेल है, थर्ड शेल है। इलेक्ट्रॉन इस शेल से इधर जंप होगा when it will get the energy from outside source. Okay, it will get the energy. वो एनर्जी कितना देना पड़ेगा, कितना देना पड़ेगा, then only it will jump to that particular orbit. Means he told, Bohr's model told, इसका कितना है actually -13.6 -3.4 and here -1.51 electrons, right? Now इसका एनर्जी डिफरेंस फाइंड करो, एनर्जी डिफरेंस फाइंड करो, कितना आएगा फाइनल माइनस इनिशियल, so -1.51 plus 3.4 सबट्रैक्ट करो, 9 13 minus 5 is 8 2.89, right? So approximately 2.89 electron volts अगर गेन करेगा then only it will jump to the this orbit. अगर 2.88 गेन किया it will not jump, it will stay like this. So minimum energy required is 2 minus 2.89 electron volts energy difference चाहिए. So always, so that's why En2 minus En1 मतलब high energy minus lower energy कर रहा है. So separate करने से that energy gain किया तो ही then only it will jump from lower energy to higher energy. It will never jump less than difference आया तो. Okay, minimum इतना energy देगा देने का. Okay. And difference of energy level को hc by lambda बोलते हैं, which we learned from the dual lesson. Energy level, photon energy आ रहा है ना, so hc by lambda. From this we can calculate lambda वगैरह also we can calculate. वही आगे आने वाला है. No, same thing. For first, last prospect. Electron from high energy level may release a specific photon and jumps to the lower energy level. The energy of the emitted photon is equal to the energy difference of the two orbits. En2 minus En1. Formula is same. So now क्या है? Electron higher energy level में it is unstable. Okay. वो it always want to come back to the ground state. Okay. आप सोचेगा US अच्छा है बोल के लगेगा आपको. But when you go to the US, you'll feel that India is the best. Again, it want to come back to the original position. ऐसे ही आपको electron terms में electron will jump from lower to higher by taking the energy level, difference of energy level, and will jump. But again, it is unstable. It want to come back to the original position. So, but इसमें rule क्या है? When it want to come back to the original position, it want to emit that energy level difference का energy level difference का it want to give that energy difference and then only it can come back to the original position. That means it will emit certain wavelengths coming out. In that only we'll get Lyman, Balmer series वगैरह वगैरह आएगा. Okay. When the electron jumps from higher energy level to the lower energy level, it emits an lambda value. Lambda आएगा, right? So that is nothing but how to give this one. E equal to hc by lambda. Hc by lambda This is higher energy level minus lower energy level. We can calculate lambda from this. फिर कौन सा वेवलेंथ रिलीज कर रहे हैं इलेक्ट्रॉन, we can calculate by using this formula En2 minus En1 is equal to hc by lambda. So while going, it will jump from lower energy to higher energy level, while coming from higher to lower energy level. जब से एक शॉर्टकट फॉर्मूला आएगा लैम्डा फाइंड करने के लिए, दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर्मूला. ओके, नो देखो इसका थोड़ा सिंप्लीफाई करके एक आंसर लेके आएंगे. देखो, वी नो व्हाट आर द वैल्यूज, यू नो हियर h value, नो c value, नो energy level, higher energy level minus lower energy level. Okay, you tell me energy का फॉर्मूला क्या है? टोटल एनर्जी का फॉर्मूला En2 higher energy level minus 13.6 into z square by n square. N square is n2 square, right? Here minus 13.6 into z square by n1 square. Okay, now minus 13.6 hc by lambda is equal to 13.6 कॉमन होगा, 13.6 एक प्लस है ना, प्लस वाले में कॉमन ले रहा हूँ, z स्क्वायर कॉमन ले रहा हूँ, तो क्या आएगा 1 by n1 स्क्वायर माइनस 1 by n2 स्क्वायर. ओके, नाउ hc को नीचे भेजूंगा, 1 by lambda is equal to 13.6 into z square by hc is into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. Okay, n1 is a lower, n2 is a higher. It is not first energy level, is a high, lower, higher. Okay, and 13.6 by hc का value वगैरह everything, you know, we call this as r. Okay, this is called r, and r is called Rydberg constant. Rydberg constant, and Rydberg constant का value है 1.09 into 10⁷ meter inverse. आपको therefore what is formula we learned? 1 by lambda is equal to r into z square into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. Very important formula. ये कब रिलीज करेगा लैम्डा? When the electron jumps from higher energy level to lower energy level आने समय it will emit the radiations electron, and उसी में आपको UV rays, X rays, gamma rays, infrared will be coming, Lionel, Barman वगैरह. Okay, and here R value बाय करने की जरूरत नहीं है. 1 by R value to learn approximately 911 angstroms. 911 angstroms. So ये फॉर्मूला बाय करने का, whenever if they ask energy levels terms में directly energy terms level दिया तो you can use this formula. hc by lambda is equal to en2 minus un करके तो कर सकते हैं, और directly lambda पूछे तो use this formula r z square into 1 by n1 square minus n by n square. Okay, r value बाय करने की जरूरत नहीं है, 1 by r value के लिए, because 1 by lambda value नहीं चाहिए ना, lambda चाहिए ना. when lambda इधर आएगा 1 by r का जगह में substitute नहीं लगा. Okay, when electron jumps from higher to lower, it will emit the radiations. Photons release करेगा, photon का उसका lambda value बोले तो formula बैठ करके लगाना पड़ेगा. And they will compare electromagnetic waves from here on. They will tell lambda value आने के बाद which type of electromagnetic wave it is. X-ray ना, infrared, that wavelength का range you have to know. Okay. Hydrogen atom initially ground state is excited by absorbing a photon of wavelength 980 angstroms. The radius of the orbit excited state in terms of Bohr radius A0 is asking radius of the atom. In terms of, what is radius of the atom in terms of Bohr radius? 0.529 is nothing but Bohr radius. A0 times that of n square by z, right? N square by z. And hydrogen atom is atomic number is the 1, and ground state is calculation. N value we don't know, right? N value we don't know. That is fine. Because initially ground state mein it is absorbing the photon this much of lambda, it jumped to the excited state. Oh, excited state ka n value if you can find, then tell us, we can use the formula. So how to find n? वो wavelength लेके कैसा जाएगा? Right. JEE next question. That means n calculate करने का you know this form, basic formula तो मालूम है ना? Delta E is equal to En2 minus En1. Lawrence there. Delta E is nothing but hc by lambda. So calculate delta E from this formula. And En2 we don't know. Excited state we know, we don't know. Minus En1. Ground state में कितना energy, total energy? Minus 13.6. So that's the advantage. That otherwise we have to calculate every time. Okay. So minus 13.6 electrons. First you calculate, you will get energy level. Again use minus 13.6 into z square by n square. You will get n. Or we know hc by lambda, or lambda in angstroms में you know, right? 12400. वो use करो. And he only told, right? No need of that also. He told this one, right? 12500 is correct. A is correct. So hc is 12500 electron volts angstroms by lambda is 980 angstroms. Is equal to En2 minus plus 13. Calculator set use करो. Do total.
N2 equals 4.
N equals 4 आएगा because इसका En2 will be approximately 0.85. So no need of calculating again minus 7.6. 0.85 we will already know. Fourth shell, right? minus 13.6 वो कम वो 0.85 n equal 4 आएगा. N equal 4 means now radius of n cell will be a naught into 4 square is 16. Z is 1, right? So 16 a naught is also in terms of Bohr radius. So है ना? चल ना करो. Now lambda का फॉर्मूला यूज करके इसको करो all questions. When the electron jumps from third shell to second shell, मतलब n2 is higher energy level 2, n2 is 3, n1 is 2, right? Higher is n2, lower is n1. Lambda find करो.
Approximately 6576.
6 no? Angstroms में you're telling us?
So approximately 113
Yes.
something.
1024 आएगा. 1024 एंगस्ट्रॉम्स आएगा. Okay. तो मैं कैलकुलेशन में चेक किया होगा. फॉर्म तो सेम है. 1 by r is equal to 1 by lambda is equal to r z square into 1 by n square. Drawbacks of Bohr's model, because ये प्रॉब्लम्स पूरा हम लोग एटॉमिक स्पेक्ट्रम में पूरा करने वाला है ऐसा सेम क्वेश्चंस का, बिकॉज उसमें ओनली लाइमन वगैरह आएगा. ओके. नो ड्रॉबैक्स क्या है? You can know already drawbacks. Model is applicable for only for single electron hydrogen atoms only or hydrogen like species only. Other multi electrons का it is not valid. And दूसरा it could not explain spectra of multi electron. Multi electron का spectra it could not able to explain. And wave nature of electron was not taken into consideration. Inconsistent to de Broglie hypothesis. So at that time नहीं है wave nature किसी को नहीं मालूम. After he introduced, then only de Broglie आया वगैरह वगैरह आया, then only wave nature. So the electron wave बोल के he did not consider anything in this model. Electron particle बोल के मान रहा है. Okay. Okay. one more. It violates Heisenberg uncertainty principle. Okay, why? Because Heisenberg uncertainty principle क्या है? It is impossible to define correctly simultaneously the position and momentum of the microscopic moving particles. Particle exactly उधर ही बोल के we cannot say. He told that exactly उसी orbit में घूम रहे हैं बोल के बोला. At the same time में we calculate the velocity also, momentum of that electron also. So that all things is not possible बोल के Heisenberg he proved. मतलब indirectly he is saying wave nature बोल के the wave it can be anything. That's why आपको hybridization concept came into picture. Dumbbell shape, sp2, these all things. मतलब the electron can, the probability of having electron can be anywhere बोल के he mentioned. But this all things is not considered in Bohr's model. Okay, so these are the postulates and drawbacks of Bohr's model. और एक क्लास में atomic spectrum पूरा आपको हो जाएगा. Okay, बिल्कुल. Next test में next Sunday में I will add this also atoms. Same chapters. This with this. Be ready. We make to score strongly 2-3 times practice each and everything. Reacting should done each and every question. ये पूरा all chapters हो गया. Showing till now all. This also I'll upload. We'll try to do all the questions. Next one is atomic spectrum. Last topic. Atomic spectrum. Atomic spectrum में we have continuous spectrum के बारे में we learned already. But this not comes under atomic spectrum. Continuous spectrum क्या है? We learned क्या है? Light pass करूँ, white light pass करूँगा in the prism में. What will happen? It splits into colors and we'll put on the screen में continuous में आ रहा है, continuous light आ रहा है ना. This is called continuous spectrum. But इसका and atomic spectrum लेना देना नहीं है. Okay. Now we have two types of atomic spectrum. Okay, one is emission spectrum, other is absorption spectrum. Emission spectrum के बारे में ज्यादा पढ़ने वाले हैं, absorption spectrum में 2-3 लाइन्स पढ़ने वाले हैं. Emission spectrum कब आएगा, क्या आएगा? We have to know. Rutherford ने क्या बोला? Electron revolve in it can emit any directions because electrons किधर भी घूमेगा बोल के बोल रहे हो. So electron can jump from here to here, here to here, here to here. So we'll get a continuous spectrum बोल के बोला. But वो wrong है. बोर ने क्या बोला? एक particular orbit में jump हो. That's why energy level is constant, right? When the energy level is constant, the lambda is constant or not? 1 by lambda formula में energy difference is same. Then lambda will be also be same. So only particular wavelength only will come on the screen. Okay, that is called emission spectrum. Okay, like that. Emission spectrum. Second one is absorption spectrum. Okay. So now first one we are learning emission spectrum. Emission spectrum. Emission spectrum क्या है? एक gas को we are heating. We are giving some heat energy. Gas molecules. These are atoms, right? Gas each one is atoms only. So electrons gains energy and jump from lower energy to level to higher energy level. एक atom का बारे में. So many atoms are there, right? Jump होगा. And उधर से again it will de-excited to the original position. It will de-excite because it is unstable there. When it de-excited, the radiations are coming out. Radiations coming out, and these radiations which are coming out is passing through the prism. Now we are getting only specific colors only. On dark background, we are getting only a specific colors. This is called emission spectrum. Emission spectrum. Why only specific color, not continuous spectrum means the reason is that only when the electrons revolving only in particular orbits, energy difference is same. That's why only particular wavelengths are coming for this one. Dekho. Expression for line spectrum. Suppose मान लो why the thing is delta E is equal to En2 minus En1, right? And this is nothing but Hc by lambda is equal to En2 minus En1. So therefore lambda is equal to कितना आएगा Hc by En2 minus En1. Now देखो difference of energy level is same or not? Difference of energy levels is same. That means जो भी electrons है in this orbit में, when it jumps to the lower to higher to lower energy level, then क्या होगा? It will release the wavelength. Same wavelength will be coming on. All electrons will मतलब आपको red आए तो red ही आएगा इसमें ये orbit से jump होगा तो red ही आएगा. अगर ये electron ये orbit से ये orbit jump होने समय कुछ wavelength आए तो वही wavelength आएगा all electrons. So only particular wavelengths only will be coming because difference of energy level is same. This is same. Therefore, lambda is same. Only particular wavelengths only will be coming. So that is called emission spectrum. This type of आप line spectrum भी बोलते हैं और discrete spectrum भी बोलते हैं. Okay. Okay.
So wavelengths here are only emitted when an electron de-excites from a higher energy.
Higher to lower. And
While
that
it's
is
exciting,
tell me.
while it's exciting, it does not emit radiation.
Does not emit. Only while jump from higher to lower, then only it will emit the radiations. Here, it will emit the radiations. That wavelength is fixed because difference of energy level is fixed. Particular orbits are orbit. That's why only discrete spectrum only will be coming from this. Okay. And that lambda के बारे में अभी उसका lambda we know how to calculate, right? 1 by lambda is equal to RZ square वाला. Use करके we are trying to find the wavelength. Many questions will do. Next class.